is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said and Taylor Backus Glass. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. It used to have lights, then it didn't have lights. New with LED lights. Pagoda. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
Thank you, and welcome to another episode of That's What She Said. This is going to be, since we don't have a December edition, we thought we would celebrate tomorrow, Thanksgiving, and the rest of the holiday season. So we will be decorating our tree and having some music and some cheer and maybe a special surprise guest. Well, we already have surprise guests. We have Ellen, of course. Would you like to, before we do the full intro, introduce your friends there?
I'd be very happy to do that. I asked some of my friends if they would come and play with me tonight so that we could share a little bit of holiday cheer with all of you. And this is Angela Hummich on first violin, and Bronwyn Gamble on viola, and Jill Herman-Sater on cello.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming along with us, and you'll hear a little bit more of them later on. Now, we have to thank our producer for providing this lovely tree, which I'm sure looks much better on television than it does here in the studio. But we've gussied it up, and it's a beautiful thing. Over in the corner, tinkling away on the piano, is our dear friend Sid Watts. He will be providing some musical accompaniment through the evening. And now, well, here we go. Come on in. Let's let Ellen get situated. Shall we introduce? Look how big it's become.
It's a monster. Nope. It'll be soon across all of us. I'm working on it. I'm getting there.
It's Sheila and her magical carpet. She promises by our January edition that she will be done with it, and we can all do the show in bed underneath the...
Right.
Indeed. And of course, then we have...
Martha Richardson.
Fabulous.
And Ellen Gallagher.
You're wrapped up in your...
I certainly am. How do I figure this out?
Oh, it's fancy. It's fancy work.
I know.
From the back of you.
And I'm Kira Apple.
Oh, wonderful. Now,
Take it over this way.
because we are talking about the holidays, it was suggested, oh, well, I should actually throw my papers around. Oops. I should actually put my microphone on, which has fallen off my little décolletage here. There we go. I should mention that we are coming to you live, and you can call in at 610-378-0426. We'd love to hear from you. Or via Twitter, you can tweet to us at @SheTweetsToMe. Or to all of us, but it's she tweets to me. Well, we thought it would be fun, because everyone has them, to discuss our favorite holiday movies. So, who wants to start?
Oh, I'll start.
Oh, excellent.
Well, I have two. One's like my childhood favorite, and one's my favorite now. When I was a kid, I always used to watch and love Santa Claus the movie, not the Santa Claus with the E. It's called Santa Claus the movie. And it is about the first 45 minutes of it are some real great stuff, and then the whole rest of it you can take and throw away. But it's like the perfect depiction of the North Pole. It's very festive and seasonal, and Santa Claus is perfect, and I love it. And now that I'm older, my very, very favorite is The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh, yes.
It's perfect. It's a musical. It's got the Muppets. It has everything. Everything I love. And
There
Michael
you go.
Caine. So it's wonderful.
Oh, indeed. Ellen, go ahead.
Well, mine are quite a bit older than Kira's, but then that should be expected. One of them even predates me, and you must think that must be a silent movie. It wasn't, but it was made in 1940, and it's called The Shop Around the Corner.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes place in Budapest. And
Is that Budapest or Budapest?
it depends whether, I think in the movie it's Budapest.
All right,
Though they
fine.
don't talk about it very often. But it's Jimmy Stewart and Margaret Sullivan, and it's just a very sweet story. And I don't have to explain the plot line, except I could tell you that if you've seen...
You've Got Mail.
Yes, You've Got Mail with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. That was kind of a remake of the idea of the story. But with all remakes, I think they never quite measure up to the original. And the original is just a very sweet story. Of course, two people who don't like each other originally fall in love, and it all works out well on Christmas Eve. And the other one that I really enjoy is called The Bishop's Wife. And the bishop in the story is played by David Niven, and he's very preoccupied with raising money for his church. And in the process, he ignores his beautiful wife, played by Loretta Young, and an angel is sent to help him, and the angel happens to be named
There are some things on that tree.
Dudley, and it's played by Cary Grant. And in this movie, Cary doesn't wind up with a girl. But again, this was remade. They tried it with Denzel Washington and Whitney Houston, and it just doesn't have the same magic and sweetness that the original does that was made in 1947.
Nothing like David Niven is just, I almost dated David Niven, but didn't work out. Someone tried to set us up, and well, it's one of my greatest regrets in life. Speaking of remakes, I like The Grinch, but not the new one. I just like the TV show, and I just watch it 4 times in a row, and it's a movie. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful piece of sentimental holiday waha. And then, of course, there's Home for the Holidays for the more cynical about us, which is Robert Downey Jr. and who else is in that?
Jodie Foster directed.
Oh, yeah, she did. But she's not in it, so no Jodie Foster in that movie. Hey,
What?
what's your favorite movie?
Okay. Everybody here knows I don't like the holidays. I'm just.
Sheila is our
wrong.
resident Grinch.
That's me. I happen to like The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Now,
Because
Sheila,
it combines both of my, my Halloween kind of covers
now
up
do
the
you
Christmas.
hate the holidays, or are you just ambivalent about them?
Yeah, let's put it that way.
All
I
right.
hate them, but
You
I
could
just can't be bothered.
All right.
I'm lazy about it.
Which just surprises me. I think all of us that you're not like gung-ho on
I
a
know,
Christmas
right?
roll.
Well, my family doesn't really do it. They're far away. We're real lazy about everything, so I'm just not into it. It's the Chinese food day for me, but I do also like the Christmas story. The leg lamp and Ralphie.
Well, there you go.
And I do own a leg lamp, which is.
I do too.
Do you?
Yes.
Wow, look
I think
at that.
it's a must-have item in everyone's home.
I think so too.
Now they're selling them on Broadway, I understand.
Indeed.
The
Are
show just
they?
opened and they're selling them for, you can buy large, small, whatever in
There's
the
a
lobby.
company. There's an official company that makes them.
Yeah,
I have a wee one.
they're selling
How
them.
big's yours?
Mine is little. It's,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
about
you
that
have-
big.
yeah,
It's like
mhm.
a table lamp.
Yes.
But I love it.
Now, what about you?
I understand Sheila's attitude. I'm an only child, and I have to say, my Christmases were sort of bittersweet at times because it was just the 3 of us, and I had wonderful Christmases. My parents lavished me with gifts, but Christmas, I think, can be bittersweet. Family away, family home, small
It is.
families. When I was a little girl, long before my family got television, my grandmother would listen to the Scrooge, the Christmas Carol, with Lionel Barrymore. I think I must have been
wonderful.
2, and I can remember being scared out of my mind when the Ghost of Christmas Past was on radio. When you didn't see him, your imagination was far worse than it ever is in the movies. I think my children used to watch a Christmas show that had the Heat Miser in, and that was their favorite. And I don't remember.
1 second. Kira, if you'd like to
Yeah, sure.
get ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll,
So I think, Christmases, I like White Christmas and
yes.
some of the new stuff, but I agree with Sheila.
Do you know the first time I saw White Christmas, there's that scene where they're pouring salt on the little thing?
Right.
And I looked at my mother, I was with her at the time, she was
Right.
still alive, and I said, well, that's fake.
Right.
Oh. And of course then it was, and that was the point, and boy did I feel like a fool. We have a home viewer. Oh, 2 home viewers. Well, let's have home viewer number 1. Hello, you're on That's What She Said.
Hi, this is Stella.
Hello, Stella, how are you?
I'm good, darling. How are you?
I am fabulous. Lovely to have you
Good.
with us.
Oh, thank you so much. I love your gold scarf. That is so beautiful.
Thank you.
Very festive.
It came from a local purveyor of long-standing mercantile ability. I guess I can't say the name, but...
That's okay. It's absolutely gorgeous, and it really sets the ensemble off.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, but I also wanted to say I love what you were just talking about, the woman in the blue shirt not really being into Christmas. Because it can be a very, it's how a lot of people get depressed. But if Christmas is all year round in your heart, then one day out of the year isn't going to make or break it, right?
That's right.
There
you got that right.
Yeah, so I love that you mentioned that, because it isn't about that one day that they set on a calendar. It's about every other day wearing the spirit in your heart and your soul, isn't it?
Right.
It is. I mean, I think the reason we well, at least for me, that I tend to get blue is we expect so much and we build it up in our mind. If we can just accept things as they roll over us and enjoy just the magic of every day, then
exactly.
And that's what I do.
You do.
Exactly.
Yeah, Christmas for me is like a day to enjoy Chinese food and my Christmas store, and I don't get depressed or anything, but it just seems like an awful lot of effort for one day.
Indeed. Well,
it really is. It really is. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Stella.
Oh, yes, thank you for having me. Have a wonderful week.
Enjoy. Are you doing a meal tomorrow? Never mind. Wait, we have the second home viewer. Hello? Second home viewer, who's there? I guess they're gone.
Hi, my name's Kathy.
Hello, Kathy.
How you doing?
Thanks for joining us. I'm doing fine. We're all doing fine.
Yes, you all look wonderful this evening, ladies, and the music was fabulous.
There's going to be more, so...
Stay tuned.
Ooh, stay tuned.
Well, I just wanted to let you not forget about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yes. That's...
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was always my favorite because my father was a dentist. And it was the one time he would let me stay up after 9 o'clock so that I could watch that show.
That's absolutely wonderful. The Heat Miser. Where did that voice come from? My goodness.
I liked the original book.
Well, it was also a little scary in the end with the abominable snowman,
Yes, the Bumble. I've always wanted a stuffed Bumble. Could you get me one for Christmas, Jamie? A stuffed Bumble for me. Wonderful. Well, thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a wonderful holiday.
Thank you, I will, and you also, I love you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
And now we have a special treat, speaking of music. If we welcome my dear Kira Apple as she sings us a holiday tune.
Yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on,
was absolutely wonderful. And thank you, Sid, on piano. I love that song. That's actually Jamie's favorite song,
Well, and that's
Christmas
a
song
sort
in the
of
world.
Christmas movie too.
Oh, indeed.
Mimi and St. Louis.
Indeed. Now, I'm told Sheila has a surprise for us all. Jamie, do you want to get them the merry musicians set up and?
All right, ladies, I have something for everybody. You know I don't do Christmas, but I felt like I just needed to get something for
my goodness.
everybody. And now I refuse to get Christmas bags because I just didn't have it in me, so I brought beautiful little springy looking. And I also have one for Jamie here.
Jamie's got a bag.
That's right.
Do you want us to open it now?
Sure.
The producer must come on camera.
That's right. Come on out, Jamie.
How sweet. A little That's What She Said.
I knitted those.
Wonderful, did you?
I did. My first foray. I sure did knit those.
That's really and a piece.
I figured we could dump those onto our tree.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness. That's absolutely. How cute.
Oh, I'm all tangled.
Wonderful.
I have done it now.
I always get an ornament every year. I get a new one, so I haven't gotten one yet this
There you
year.
go.
So there we go.
Now you have two.
Now I have two. Oh, that's right. This can be on. That's perfect.
Sheila will be taking orders for That's What She Said holiday ornaments. They'll be ready in 2013.
That's right. The end of 2013, because we all know how fast I do things.
And
here.
if you want one that size, it takes a whole year.
I'll need a couple of year notice.
Well, thank you, my dear.
Thank you,
I'm
Sheila.
glad you like
Oh
it.
my goodness. That's Alan. If you could join your compatriots, we will
Okay.
get set, and we'll. Well, how long did it take you? How long does it take to knit something
get
like
used
this?
That it took about 2 hours to knit one.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's like hardcore knitting. I was just sitting there
They're
and
tiny.
Can you see
yeah,
it?
Oh my
knitting
goodness.
takes a long
Lovely
time.
little.
It does.
So I did that in about
That's
2
what
hours
she
each.
said. Stocking.
Oh, they're just wonderful.
The glitter paint,
Indeed.
you know, I just.
She's our little crafty girl. Thank you so much. Oh, and now another tune from our quartet. Merry Christmas! And we're going to take a short break now while Ellen gets arranged and back into her seat. Join us after the break.
You're watching bctv.org. Be informed, be involved, be a member. For membership information, go to www.bctv.org/support/membership. For other stories and information, go to bctv.org.
And we're back. I just want to remind you that you can call in, as you've seen people do, at 610-378-0426, or tweet us. We miss getting tweets. Nobody tweets us anymore. At @she tweets to me. I keep refreshing this, and there's no tweets coming through. So let's see. What was it you wanted to discuss or mention?
Oh, no, I was just going to mention that in our next show in January, is it January 19th?
Yes.
Sometime in January. Our show's going to be dedicated to the importance of keeping the arts in public education. And if people who are watching want to think about that and get their calls ready and their questions and so forth, I think that'll be a show that they will also enjoy.
Yeah, especially in these financial times, we just need to really concentrate on beyond the basics. Exactly. Arts are so important to all of our development, and so we will discuss that next time.
Right, a preview.
Now, actually, during the break, short as it was, I had gotten up to go over and talk with Jamie, and I almost pulled the tree over. And that reminded me, has anybody else had any sort of mishaps with a Christmas tree or a presents or any?
I had a tree disaster.
Uh-oh.
When my daughter was 5, my son was just about a year old, and I decided that I was going to make the most beautiful tree ever. Their father had been away for 6 months working in Libya. We were living in Italy, and we had very high ceilings, so I had a 10-foot Christmas tree.
Wow.
And I bought all golden balls and golden tinsel and golden lights, and it was a masterpiece. And 3 times before my first husband came home for Christmas, my son crawled in and toppled the tree. So that by the time Christmas arrived, we still had tinsel, but it was all in glumps. We had all the golden balls, but there was not one full whole ball. They were in pieces. It was the most miserable looking tree ever, and I had spent a ton of much more money than I should have spent on all new decorations. The good part was that in pulling the tree down, my son never got hurt, but that was an absolute disaster.
Well,
just awful.
But I'm sure a family
he was a year old.
One that you discuss every year, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
And given that how amazing you've made our little Charlie Brown Christmas tree look, I can imagine what miracles you worked on.
It was just
Oh, it wasn't you. You were doing it. Never mind. I'm giving you credit, and you don't get the credit on this tree.
Well, but
Ellen did decorate.
Ellen did.
No, that's what I meant. Ellen and Sheila were the ones doing it.
Martha did too.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Who brought the
all of
angel,
us.
babe?
I'm running the show. I'm not watching it. I just turn around every now and then and go, oh, how pretty.
I do have a disaster to talk about, and eventually it will come to a tree part of it. And this occurred in 1996. We had moved into our current house, which is an old house. We had bought it a year ahead of time and had a contractor work on it, and we needed a new heating system, we needed electrical work, we needed plumbing, we needed a well, floors had to be replaced, walls torn down. But at the end of 1996, everything was the way we wanted it to be, and we were looking forward to having our first Christmas in this home. I always have Christmas dinner at our house, and so there were 20-some people coming for dinner on Christmas Day, and then we were going to have an open house for about 50 a few days later. And on the 21st of December, I was teaching at the time, and I got a phone call from my husband saying, we've had a disaster at home. He had gone home and for something and opened up the front door, and black smoke came pouring out of the house.
Oh, no.
The new heating system had exploded. And there was soot on everything. And when I say everything, every little ornament had a layer of soot on the top. Every wire hanger in the closet had a rim of soot on the top. This was 4 days before Christmas, but we dug in, and of course our insurance company hired, I think it's Reading Water and Fire or something like that, and they came and they worked hard for the days that we had before Christmas. And on the 23rd, our sons came home, and we were standing in the living room looking at the tree and thinking, oh, but at least we will have Christmas. And all the lights went out. That's when I dissolved. But it's nice when you have sons come home because they say, Mom, we're taking you out to dinner and we'll redo the tree tomorrow, which they did. And we had Christmas. The funny little kind of after story is that we had a lot of children at the house, and the rugs couldn't be cleaned until after the holidays. And after we were cleaning up all the Christmas stuff all over the walls, little black handprints, because the kids had been playing on the floor, and they were kind of a sweet aftermath. But anyway.
Just like the cave prints.
Yes, exactly.
Who knew?
Yes.
That might have been from a furnace exploding.
Ellen's on West Coast.
So the tree is an important part to everybody.
Oh my goodness. Well, I had a little tragedy last night. I was baking pies for Thanksgiving, and I have a cat. I have a lovely cat, but sometimes he becomes unmanageable. And I was in the other room. I know he gets unmanageable, so I was keeping an eye on him. And then I heard the counter. I heard that distinct noise of cat on counter, and I ran in, and there was that Mudge with his face shoved into the pumpkin pie. I had made another, and I just scooped around where he had eaten. So.
Oh, your guests will understand.
Indeed. No, that's the piece you take out.
It just smells so good. You couldn't stand it.
It always looks more inviting when a piece has been taken out of the pie. Then somebody is going
This
to...
is the Mudge piece.
You have to taste it
That's
before
right,
you serve it
that's
to make sure it's good, so he did that.
Indeed. Oh my goodness. Either of you, any?
I don't actually. I've been very
Lucky you.
Knock wood.
Yeah, knock wood. Knock wood.
How would I have any disasters?
Well, that's true.
No disasters?
Are you cooking a turkey this year?
No. I have leftover spaghetti in the fridge.
But she loves the scent of pumpkin.
I do.
I bet
I
you
do.
have pumpkin candles around
I
your
do.
house.
And then
Okay.
pumpkin
And a chocolate
sachets.
candle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that wonderful chocolate
From
candle.
the best kept
Yes.
secret store.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
That was delicious.
My
It still
goodness.
is.
Oh, it's...
I'm not done with that yet.
I've never lit it. I've just opened it up from time to time and go,
Sniff
ah,
it.
wonderful. Because I don't want it to lose its scent.
And now we're hearing Rudolph.
We are.
I'm sure that Stella or Kathy
There's-
will be very happy with that.
I was waiting for some soot music. Telling the story. Shall we go to the see if they're ready up in Pottstown? Okay. My friend Kirk, with Jamie, he's doing a show in Pottstown at Steel River Playhouse. Annie. It's a perennial holiday favorite. Anyway, we've worked up this live remote, and we're going to try to go to him and see if we can have a little holiday tune sung by the cast up there. So let's see if we can do that live remote now. Can you hear me? Are you there?
I can hear you.
Ah!
Good to see you. Isn't technology wonderful?
Ah, it is.
Yes, here we are at Steel River Playhouse in Pottstown.
Yes, I told
And I'm playing Oliver Warbucks in their production of Annie, and I and the cast would like to do something special for your holiday special. That's special.
Well, that would be wonderful.
How's that? All right?
Yes, yes.
Good.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Jane. Just come on over here and Miss Music, if you would, please. I know the depression's depressing,
The carols are still, the stores are filled,
and when minus their dressing.
The children don't grin, the Santas are thin.
And I've heard a terrible rumor, no goodwill, no cheer, but we'll get a new deal for Christmas this year. Hey, you know what? I feel like doing, Jane, do you mind if we do just a traditional song instead of one from the show?
Jingle bells!
Oh yeah, I hope you like Jingle Bells, Jane. Here we go.
I do, it's fabulous.
Dashing
through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Jane, for having us on the show. Have a happy holiday, everyone. And remember, it's Annie at Steel River Playhouse. That's 245 East High Street in Pottstown. You can go to steelriver.org for tickets or call on the phone, which is how you call.
Oh, thank you.
At 610-970-1199. Thanks, Jane, and we'll see you.
Before you go, could I ask you well, never mind. He's gone. People come and go so quickly here. I hear we have another home caller, so, well, they're not calling their home, they're calling us. Because our home, indeed. Hello, who's with us?
This is Meg, Martha's daughter.
Oh, my goodness.
From California.
So I just wanted to call and say happy Thanksgiving. And I just talked to Dave Powell. He is on the road right now and can't call in, but he may try to tweet.
I should check the tweeter.
So you all look wonderful.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
Thanks, sweetie, for calling. That's really exciting.
Where in California are you?
I'm in Pacifica, right outside of San Francisco.
Oh, wonderful.
How did your pies get that you were baking this afternoon? A chocolate pecan pie that I...
Perfect. I sent you a picture of that.
Oh, great.
Did a cat stick its face in your pie?
No, my cat doesn't have any desire to eat pies. He just wants to play.
You are lucky.
Anyway, well, wonderful. Have a great Thanksgiving and early Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Bye.
There you go. Kids are wonderful, aren't they?
They are.
Well, let's see. I think Martha has a special treat for us.
For Meg, absolutely.
Oh, indeed.
Well,
It's a perfect time. Yes, what a segue.
I'm going to read the story that we've all heard over and over and over again. And when I realized I was going to do this, and I couldn't find my book, I had to go and find a new copy. This is The Night Before Christmas, and all through the house. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And I in my kerchief and Papa in his cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap after we put all the toys together. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. It wasn't the neighbors having a wild party. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer, with a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly-paying fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetops the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each tiny hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes, like your house, Ellen, were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung in his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry, his cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, his droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf. And I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. But a wink of his eye and a nod of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Thank you very much. That reminds me of a story Kirk always told me. Kirk from the... he tells me when he was a boy, a very young boy, his father, well, he didn't know it was his father then, but he was Christmas Eve and he was all snug in his bed, and he heard outside the window, and he knew Santa was coming, and years later, they told me it was my dad. It was his dad. I don't know who my father was. So,
didn't you have trouble sleeping Christmas Eve? I could never sleep. And the night went on forever.
It did. No, I think I slept well because I wanted to sleep and get.
You knew you were being watched.
Indeed.
I'm an only child.
No, I don't mean by siblings. I mean by elves.
And then there's the pagoda blinking, letting you know that. Excuse me, I'm just talk amongst yourself. I have to get over there.
Okay. No, I was going to say I agree with Martha. I mean, I definitely would eventually go to sleep, but I would get. I would be all full of nerves.
And the night went on forever and ever and ever.
Absolutely.
Oh, truly, it was.
Were you nervous because you were excited, or nervous because you were bad and worried?
Oh, no, excited. I was an angel.
Of course.
An open presence.
I have to say, our children always went to sleep on cue and didn't get up too early. But what we did was we always put a gift under their bed.
I think James was going to say something.
So that when they got up, they had that open.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, you...
And talented Sid Watts on the piano. We are so fortunate to have him here. Oh, I'm falling apart here. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Day will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only Christmas does tend to be a melancholy time, a happy but melancholy time. I'm myself from Poughkeepsie, New York. I shan't make it home this year, but I'll hold all those people who are left in my heart, as we do all those people we can't see over the holidays, because that's what we do. We treasure those moments we have with people, and we remember them. Christmas Day will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only my dreams. Thank you, Sid. And now, what about? We got a tweet. Oh, yes.
Yes, it's our friend Rachel's.
Indeed, and she asks, "What are you knitting?"
It's a blanket, Rachel. It's a big, gigantic blanket.
You have no idea, really, how big this is. But in January, you have to tune in and see the whole shebang.
Yes, it will be done. We'll all be running it.
Whoop.
Yes.
Now let's see.
Jamie over there.
I think we should. We do. I hear we have a special guest in the studio. And I think we should bring her on because she needs no introduction. She's the Mrs. to the Mr. Mrs. Claus. Please join us here. No, I will give you here.
Hello, ladies.
Oh, hello. Yes. Oh,
good to see you all.
Oh my goodness. How are you?
I've been better.
Oh, my goodness.
I would have been here earlier, but I had to change my dress because, you would think that being able to keep 2.6 billion children straight in terms of who's naughty and nice, you would think that my husband would be able to put the toilet seat down, but no. So, I had a little dress accident before I got here, so I had to change. So, sorry.
Well, you look lovely.
Thank you.
You're a perfect compliment to us all.
Thank you.
It's almost as if we had planned it. Oh, my goodness. So how is it being matriarch of jolliness?
Well, I must say I do enjoy it. I'm glad that everyone looks up to me and wants to sort of spread some holiday cheer.
Well, we have to look up to you. We're sitting down.
That's true.
Never mind. sorry.
And so,
That was just a cheap
I
joke.
do like that. I like the idea that everybody here is invested in the holidays, except for Sheila.
But I tried.
It's okay. It's okay.
tried.
It's okay.
She works in a bank, so she's invested anyway.
But I do like that. I'm very happy to be here with all of you because I think each of you have a very special spirit that you can share with me too. So thank you for having me.
Indeed. Does anyone have any thoughts?
What is Santa like in this
Oh.
month before Christmas when the stress builds?
What is the toilet seat down?
Really, he doesn't have any stress.
Oh, he's got all those
all
elves.
the fat boy has to do is get in a sleigh and deliver gifts. That's all he has to do.
Oh, all those
Really,
little
it
elves,
has
huh?
to do with, it's, I'm the one who cleans up after the reindeer. I'm the one who makes sure that the elves are doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, He just likes to sit and sort of direct things, but really, it's coming down to me as the manager.
I'll bet you're the shopper and the rapper, aren't you?
I am. That is true.
How did I know?
Well.
So it's really, I'm glad to be out here. I snuck out tonight, to be with you girls. So
How long did it
thank
take
so
you to
much.
get here from the North Pole?
Just like that.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I want
Did you
With a
come
wink
in a
of his
sleigh?
No. That's just for him. No.
Okay.
I had roller skates. left them over there in the corner.
Oh, the magic roller skates. I've
Yes.
heard about those. Oh, my goodness.
Now-
Can I have some for Christmas?
I will put it on the list for you.
Oh, thank you. I've always wanted to find a pair of magic roller skates under the tree.
In red, please.
Indeed. In
Okay.
red, they will take me to
Okay.
Budapest. No, I don't go to Budapest. You went to Budapest.
Poughkeepsie.
I go to Bulgaria. Never
The
mind.
shop around the corner is in Budapest.
Ah, well, there you go.
They was in Budapest.
But I think we should
Yes,
all go to
you're from
Budapest.
Poughkeepsie.
And Poughkeepsie. We'll just tour around.
Mrs. Santa, how many Christmases have you gone through this routine?
Oh, well, it's about, I would say, probably maybe 700, 750, maybe a little bit more than that.
Well, and look at you.
Yeah.
You're just glowing. Apparently, it agrees
That's
with
what
you.
plastic surgery will do for you. I ask for it every few years.
It's your Christmas
For
gift every
Christmas,
year.
Yes.
That's absolutely wonderful. Do we have any tweets for Mrs. Claus here? Let's check the tweeter. No tweets for
Tweets?
no tweets under the tree for you.
That's okay.
Are there gifts for the elves?
Yes. Do the elves get?
Yes.
Are they unionized by any chance?
They
I
are
guess
not. We have fought the union every step of the way. They have tried to infiltrate the toy workshop, but they have not been successful.
But you take care of those elves pretty
We
darn
do
well,
indeed.
don't you?
We do indeed. We take very good care of them, and most of them have a very good retirement plan. And
Elves retire?
Yeah, absolutely. We have the.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. They retire. At some point in time, they get to a point where they're old enough, and we want them to be able to enjoy their twilight years. And so, yes, of
They
course.
stay at the North Pole then, or they go?
Many of them do. They have sort of like an Amish Rumspringa.
An elf
so they
springer.
do, yeah, an elf springer. And they
Springy
can
elves,
go.
just hopping all over the place.
Some of
vision.
them go off into the world, but then they can always come back.
Do you and Santa take a vacation after all the nonsense is over? Do you go to Florida or the South Pole or?
Well, see, my vacation happens on Christmas Eve.
When he goes.
When he goes out.
Got it.
Then I sneak out and I go to all the, I wish I could go to the bars with my girlfriends here. But all the bars are closed.
We don't drink.
Sale.
Mrs. Claus, I have a question for you. I mean, we all wish something for Christmas. What is it you dream of?
Well, I really wish he'd put the toilet seat down, but other than that, I really do. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Just like the ones we used to know?
Where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
Join us.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
How about an upbeat song? We're so organized here on the show. We put us on our feet, we can't do it.
Bells of holly, la 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 la, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, la 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 la. Stroll the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la, la la la
a request for Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep going. We thank you so much for being with us. This has been a wonderful year, first year of That's What She Said. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Eat yourself full, as they say. Is that what they say? I don't know. And since we won't see you till January, have a wonderful Christmas if you do Christmas. If you don't do Christmas, don't have a wonderful Christmas. And thank you to Mrs. Claus. Thank you to our ensemble and to our producer and Sid Watts and just thank you all for making us the happiest ladies in the world.
Over the hills of snow.
Thank you.